good to be back with you again. Last week we took 60 seconds. I believe we were under 60 seconds. Actually, I think we might have been slightly over. Don't tell anybody. Anyways, the goal was to in under 60 seconds, tell you what the real value proposition of campaign videos was. Well, over the next couple of weeks, we really want to take just a few more minutes and unpack some of that. We used a number of different buzzwords, right? Predetermined content, targeted marketing, and really try to sound really fancy, schmancy to you guys, which was intentional. When you're trying to say things in a fast way, that's kind of what comes out. Okay, so here's the deal. When it comes to visual media, okay, when it comes to doing video, there are two main problems that we see. Mm-hmm. Number one is that people don't want to watch long videos. And long, the term, what that means has kind of changed over the last few years. If you had asked me 5 years ago, I would have said, yeah, 5 minutes is probably the max, 3 to 5. Now I'm kind of saying 2 to 3. Mm-hmm. Unless there's a specific reason, and those reasons do exist. Mm-hmm. Unless there's a specific reason, when it comes to promotional videos, 2 to 3 minutes really is the max for like an identity video. Mm-hmm. That's all the time that people are going to give you, even on your website, and even more than that. When people don't want to watch a long video, well, campaign videos can help that, but we are now saying maybe 15 seconds. If you do a series of 15-second videos, now you're making progress, and now you're making touches. And that was kind of the other thing. That's problem number 2, is that one video, whether it's 2 minutes, 5 minutes, 10 minutes, or 15 seconds, is one touch. It's one marketing touch. So why would you spend thousands of dollars to do one touch, when you could spend the same amount of money, probably a little bit more, honestly, but not much more per video, to have multiple touches over the course of 3, 4, 5, 6 months, or even a year for that matter, depending on how many of those videos you do. Mm-hmm. So when we're talking about being effective, that's what we mean. Not one video for one touch, but multiple videos, multiple shorter videos for multiple touches. Right. So what about effectively telling your story? What's the telling piece of that mean?
Well, that's really easy. We came up with an acronym for that, and that is OPEN, OPEN.
Open for business.
Oh, yes. The first is ownership. Chances are that you have something or some things that you are really proud about with your business. There could be a million things that you're proud of. Your pricing, the employees that you have, the quality of your work. You're not necessarily say you're installing that sink. You're not necessarily proud of that sink. You're proud of the work that you put into that. So that's ownership. The other is positioning. Really, that is, what sets you apart. And really, what is your USP? We like to dive into what USP is, your unique selling proposition. And so we like to touch on that a little bit. Experience. What it's like to work with you. What is the
experience?
Yeah, the experience.
Right? Yeah.
So, for example, not to name drop or anything like that, you can go to a local food place and you can ask for that ketchup, and they will get that for you, and you say thank you, and they say it's my pleasure. We'll let you figure out who that is.
I'll give you a hint though. If you Google restaurant My Pleasure,
you'll know who.
It'll pop up.
Yeah, and the last thing, N is your name, and really that's who you are, and that ties it all together, and really that's your branding.
That's right.
Yeah,
that's right.
Yeah. So how does that fit into your story?
Okay, so effectively telling your story, and that's kind of where we're gonna wrap it up. When we're talking about your story, we're not just talking about your brand. We're really talking about your position in the marketplace, mm-hmm. marketplace positioning. So multiple touch points. Mm-hmm. I can't even read it. He has my notes. So it's multiple positioning touch points, right? When we're talking about a campaign, you've got 6, 8, 12, 52 of these short videos where there are multiple touch points along the way. That allows you to position yourself in the marketplace, but in different segments. Look, when you do business, whether you realize it or not, with different groups of people. And it's important for you. And this is not what we do, honestly, but it's important for you to figure out who those groups are. We can help you figure that out. In fact, we work closely with some other businesses that are very good, especially when it comes to social media. I can think of like Trend Digital, for instance. They're very good at helping you get generate leads from social media using creatives like ourselves to really help you generate business, make money through social media, which is what I mean, ultimately, that's what you're in business for, is to be successful and to make money so that you can do the things that are important to you. But that's the bottom line, right? When it comes to telling your story, is just your brand and your positioning, and how you do that with different groups of people. Multiple videos are much more conducive to that. So that's about it from us this week. Next week, we're going to kind of look at a couple of other things and kind of keep unpacking that. And then at the end of the month, we are going to have a sneak peek on what we were able to do with Sasha, the winner of our December contest. So we're really excited about that. And
I think that's all.
I think that's all. Thanks, guys. We'll see you next time.